Jared, let's shift gears here now. As folks, we are in mid to late August, and the tropical season is well underway. With Tropical Depression Fred now gone, what's next?
So, yeah, that's an interesting question. And that's a question that is kind of shifting on us a little bit as we've gone through the day. First, Hurricane Grace, second hurricane of the season, is going to make a couple hops in Mexico, dissipate there. Not a concern for the Carolinas, certainly a concern for Mexico with heavy rain and potentially some strong winds. Right now, does not expect to become a major hurricane, thank goodness, but still a very rough go for the Yucatan Peninsula and then getting into mainland Mexico here. So there's your path for Grace. Again, very far south from the Carolinas, not a weather concern for us. Where it gets interesting is with Tropical Storm Henri. So last night, you may remember that we've been talking about Henri a little bit and how it was thinking about, it was going to curve out to sea. Guidance picked up on an interesting trend today, and there's a lot of guidance members that are starting to come around to this idea, so much so that the Hurricane Center is starting to come around to this idea that as Henri it's going to get picked up by cutoff low, and it's going to head north and parallel the coast. Again, this is going to be more of a wave and rip current maker for us along the Carolina coast. We'll need to see how far west it ends up. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. I'll show you all another graphic in a second, talking about tropical storm force wind probabilities there. But if you notice, the key difference in the track today versus yesterday is that Henri is taking aim on New England. A ridge of high pressure is going to build just to the northeast of Henri, basically cutting off its escape route. And so if you have plans, if you've got plans or business, I know that, Charlotte in particular, a lot of banking business, Charlotte to New York, that's a pretty common commute. You may be dealing with Tropical Storm Henri by this time, by next Monday. We'll see how this turns out. Again, there's a long way to go. There's certainly uncertainty around this. We have some guidance that's really strictly on board with it. We have some guidance that has not yet gotten on board with it. It's going to be an interesting situation for the Hurricane Center forecasters, to put it mildly. So again, and there's that reasonable arrival of tropical storm force winds. I'm going to put the probabilities up as well. So let me grab the probabilities real quick, and we'll look at this. So the tropical storm force wind speed probabilities here, taking a look at that, you've already got up to 50% along Cape Cod and out there on the coast of Massachusetts here. So certainly increasing confidence in the short term for potential tropical storm force impacts all the way there. But you will notice that there is a slight chance of tropical storm force winds possibly extending out to the Outer Banks as we get into later this weekend. So that'll be something to watch. Again, a lot is going to depend on the track. Still a lot of uncertainty as far as how west it gets. But that is, if you're on the Outer Banks, this is something that you're going to want to keep an eye on.